crazy spring weather. I planned on doing some cutting this morning on a job, then this afternoon moving equipment to another job, but the wind there's gusts up to 55 mile an hour right now, so you can imagine I'm not doing any cutting. So that ruined that plan. When it's blowing this hard, moving machinery is going to be kind of I'm not worried, but when it gusts hard like that, you just still got to use caution, be careful. So it's going to make moving equipment here in just a little bit, just a little tricky, I guess, with that kind of wind. So we've already got the skid steer loaded up. We're taking it down to Carthage, Missouri to a job. Luckily, the skidder's sitting on the job site about 14 miles, give or take, from the job site we're moving to. So it'll be a pretty close move. Then tomorrow we'd planned on cutting down there, but I don't know if the wind's supposed to blow like this tomorrow or not, but I mean, it's flat getting it today. Like I said, 55 mile an hour gust, that's doing things there. Yeah, my whole plan was to get up and cut till about 11 o'clock today, then come back and hook up to the pintle hitch and start getting iron shuffled around. But I don't know why I make plans. They rarely ever turn out the way that I plan them to turn out, so goes the way of the world. But we're hooked up. Well, we're not hooked up yet. The skid steer's on the trailer. We'll be hooked up here in just a second. Then we're going to tear out. Then once we get to the job site, we'll kind of take a walk through the woods and show you what we're getting ready to cut. So, enjoy today's video. You wouldn't think just by looking back in here there'd be anything. And I thought the same thing when I come to look at this timber. I just, judging by the looks of it, I was like, well, you know, I'm not seeing much. It doesn't look too promising. But then as we got down here a little ways, I was like, well, those kind of look like walnut tops. And then the closer we got them, like, those look like pretty good sized walnut tops. And then here in just a minute, we'll show you. Luckily, the man of the hour,
they're walnut tops.
Mike, is with us today to help open gates. I knew he'd come in handy today. I had to feed him. I think he had a 9-course meal at lunch. He ordered 4 of everything on the menu, while I got a pesky roast beef sandwich, and he had a steak. But we'll get up here and we'll get the skid steer unloaded. Then we're take the attachments and everything off the trailer. Then we'll go get the log skidder. We'll shuffle the log skidder over here. The one good thing about the wind, it is really drying things out today. I mean, this wind, I just can't get over here. I know there's some 55 mile an hour gust. It is really blowing hard. But the good thing is it is drying things out pretty good. So that's always a plus. It is and it isn't, but in this instance for us it's a plus today. So I think we will go through this little gate right here and we'll unload just up here ahead. That way we can get turned around, because there's not a good place to unload and turn around there. So let's try to ease through right here. Miss everything. We'll get down here and kick off. And so you can see some of these walnut tops right here. And here in just a bit, we'll go down here and look at some of these trees. We got unloaded here. Just got back and got the skidder kicked off. Sitting here next to the cat. We got the trailer unhooked. We'll just leave it right here. Now we'll take a little walk through the timber if we don't get blown away. This is the hardest I've seen the wind blow in quite some time. It is really whipping. I'm not so sure we shouldn't put the equipment on the other side of this fence, but that's not a big deal. Not a big deal. My gosh. Good blow. Mike's lagging behind here. Get down here and look around. It's a shame the whole thing there is too far gone. Mike has got it too many times. I doubt we can even salvage anything out of that, but pretty good sized piece of wood there. Down here, some of these others, yeah, look at that. Lightning's just got her a few too many times. It's gone to waste and ruined. Big devils. Big devils. Just big trees. Real big trees. That monster there. That's a big one there too. That is some kind of tree. Mike, I think this bull's challenging you to something. A lot of footage in that old tree. A lot of footage. Another big guy here, big crotch tree. Got a lot of footage in it though. Just big trees. It's anymore this a group of trees that are all you know, have this big size to them. It's uncommon anymore. It's just not common to see this many big walnut trees in a group. Just, we rarely ever see this kind of groupings anymore. It's about all the big timber, you know, it's been cut out, all the big walnut. I mean, don't get me wrong, of course, every now and then we still find a few big trees scattered here and there. You guys that watch the channel regularly know that, but to come across this many big trees together, that's what's kind of unusual. So, a lot of footage in all these trees. Some really big hedge too. I mean, some big hedge. That's a good tree there. Makes them so good, they're just so tall. I mean, they got size to them as well, but there's really no worm or anything. Clean trees, tall, quite a bit of size to them. Right there, he's got a hold. Something scarred him at one time. Might be where that tree fell years ago. Might have scarred him up there, but that shouldn't really hurt him. It's just a pretty neat area. It's a neat little draw here, and you know, everything's just big. I mean, I can't even, the size of these hedges is what amazes me. Some of this hedging is just, it's big hedge, big old growth hedge. The guy there, a walnut, double coming off of it. A lot of footage in that. Man, I can't remember how hard that wind's blowing today. Glad we didn't try to cut this morning. There's another big tall tree there. Tall trees. Guy there. He's been hit by lightning sometime or another. Scarred up real bad. Real bad. Ain't gonna have nothing on the top of it. Hopefully we can salvage something in the bottom. It's a big devil there too. Even these smaller walnut trees, usually compared to what we normally cut, they're considered pretty good sized trees. Here they're just kind of small trees compared to a lot of these. Right there. That's a brute. There's a brute. should have been cut years ago. It's a shame. But it'll still have some lumber in it. Especially as big as that thing is, it'll be a lot of lumber, but that's all it'll be. Big devil there. Trees. Another big one here. Another great big one up there. One right in front of us. That's a big cherry tree right there. About as big as cherries you see in our area. Amazes me, this root system. I mean, they're right up on the ground. They're spread out. Roots from that tree's way over here. Shallow system. Probably right on top of just solid limestone would be my guess why. I'm not a geologist, but given the area, that's what I would assume. There's a big tree down there. We'll look at him in a minute. This one right here. There's a big devil. There's going to be a lot of prep work into getting these cut. These big trees like this, they take some time to get them down. That old hedge there, it's starting to go into that walnut. Look at the swirl in that stump, swirl in the bark. A lot of figure in the wood, and you see that swirl in the bark.
Dandy.
Yeah, that's a big tree. We probably about need to wear hard hats in here today, just walking around. It's just an old timber stand. That giant there. Go stand next to that, Mike. Go stand next to that tree. Mike's a pretty good guy. Mike's about 6'1", probably 220, 230. Kind of give you an idea how big these trees are. I mean, they're big trees. What's that, Mike? Yeah. Just in a good area to grow right down here in kind of this little draw. Got a little bit of drainage, a little bit of water to help them, give them what they need. There's one more back here towards the back, I think. Some hares right here on the back property line. There's a fence. Now, when I first looked at these, I noticed this. That's going to make things tricky. Rocks have grown into the roots, or the roots have grown around the rocks. See, right there's another one. That's going to make boring these out to cut them real tricky. And I don't know if I can get in there with the forks on a skid steer, pop those out or not. And trees like this, you want to cut them absolutely as low as you can. I got old elm starting to go into this walnut. Big trees, big trees. And you look across the fence on the neighbor's place, they've got a few walnut, not really. Nothing like what we're seeing in here. It's odd how these things grow. Of course, who's to say that there wasn't a bunch cut out of here in years past on the neighbor. Let's walk back up this way. There, they've cut one that's blown down. That'll make a log. You can salvage a piece out of that. Better than letting it go to waste, for sure. That's it. That's kind of the grand tour. There's 24 of those guys in there. Hopefully the wind won't be blowing tomorrow to lay down from what it is, and we can get to work. Me and Dad kind of anticipated with all the prep work involved in getting these down, taking our time and doing it. We'd probably
probably going to take us 3 days to cut them. Like I said, and that's going through there. That's cutting them. That's getting cleaned out around them, bringing them down, taking our time, doing it right. Because with trees like that, you don't want to get in a hurry, take a chance of damaging anything. So, should be a fun job. Hopefully they all cut good. There's you can see a few of those trees got lightning scar on the top. We kind of figured they're going to cut a little honoring the top. We can hope the butts cut pretty good on them. Cut the good veneer out. So, away we go. I guess hopefully tomorrow's video will be bringing these guys down. Hopefully we can, and we might be able to do it in 2 days, but me and Dad were thinking conservatively 3. Like I said, there will be some work involved, so I guess hang out with us tomorrow and we'll start bringing these guys down. Guys, as always, thanks for hanging out with us. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on all of our adventures. It's always fun to get to cut stuff like this with my dad, because he's been doing it so long, and even at 74. Be sure to follow us on all of our social outlets, Instagram and Facebook, Turner Logging LLC. Go to Logger Threads, get all that high quality logging inspired apparel. Thanks so much for all the great reviews on that. We ship that stuff all over the world, and we're thankful enough that people usually order once, order 2 and 3 times. I mean, they keep coming back. It's a high quality product. We're proud to be a part of that. So check out everything going on with Timber Tracker, timbertracker.net. Still got a few bugs on the website. We're trying to get worked out, but we're working as quick as we can on it. Ensure that it'll better the forestry industry as a whole. So check it out. You can download that free Timber Tracker app on the Apple App Store and Google Play. Wherever you download apps, you can find the Timber Tracker app. How about that? All right, we're going to get out of here, make our way back to Stockton. If we can keep from getting blown away, it's windy out here. Guys, we'll see you tomorrow.